Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Top 5 stories buried or deliberately ignored by mainstream media in 2017. From the government's disregard for civil liberties, to new research showing the power of cannabis, here are the stories the mainstream media missed in 2017. By Rachel Blevins, December 31, 2017. As public trust in the mainstream media continues to fall to a new all-time low each year, it may come as no surprise that the same outlets promising to provide you with fair and balanced coverage, are actually censoring truth and feeding you content that is approved by their social interests. However, as social media becomes more prevalent, it is even more obvious when the MSM ignores the most crucial stories. Here are the top 5 stories the mainstream media missed in 2017. 1. The war on cops hit a new low in 2017, but the number of people killed by U.S. police remains high. The number of police officers who died on the job was at its second lowest point in over 50 years in 2017, according to data from the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund. A total of 128 officers died on duty, 44 of whom were shot and killed. Nearly one-third fewer officers died of gunshot wounds this year when compared to 2016, when 143 officers died and 66 were shot and killed. View image on Twitter. View image on Twitter. NLIEAF. @NLIEAF. According to preliminary data, 128 law enforcement officers have died in the line of duty this year, decreasing 10% over the 143 officers killed in 2016. Read the preliminary 2017 Law Enforcement Officer Fatalities Report, http://www.lawmemorial.org/fatalities-report. 7 a.m., December 28, 2017. 22 replies, 63 retweets, 49 likes. Twitter adds info and privacy. While 128 police officers died on the on-job in 2017, it should be noted that 47 of the deaths were traffic-related, and 16 deaths were due to illness unrelated to the job. In the last 50 years, the only time the record of police deaths was lower was in 2013, when 116 police died on duty. Advertisement. However, according to the Killed by Police database, more than 1,180 citizens have been killed by police officers in 2017 alone. This marks the 4th year in a row that police have killed more than 1,000 citizens in a single year. Read more. Black man sought refugee status in Canada to escape police brutality in native country, America. While the vast majority were killed by officer-issued firearms, several were killed by police tasers, patrol cars, and restraint or physical force. The victims include pregnant mothers, innocent children, and disabled people. 2. The war on cannabis is still ongoing, but a host of new research has proved the power of the government's least favorite plant in 2017. This year could be seen as just another one in which the federal government refused to acknowledge the medicinal value of cannabis, but it was also the year that a number of studies served as a reminder that the benefits from cannabis go far beyond anything manufactured by the pharmaceutical industry. In 2017 alone, studies were released showing that cannabis has a significant effect on killing cancer cells, reduces the need for prescription pain medication, thus curing opioid addiction, can be used as a treatment to help prevent HIV from becoming AIDS, has been found to work as a miracle treatment for children with autism, has been shown to significantly reduce seizures from epilepsy in 90% of patients, and it can be used by emergency rooms to treat stroke and cardiac arrest. In fact, a bombshell study noted that if legalized nationwide, cannabis could prevent nearly 50,000 premature deaths every year. 3. The war on the Middle East is ongoing, and U.S. foreign policy is fueling genocide in the region's poorest country. While the United States intervention in the Middle East has caused hundreds of thousands of innocent civilian deaths over the years, The poorest country in the region reached a new height in 2017. After just 2 years, the death toll from the brutal proxy war in Yemen, led by Saudi Arabia and fueled by the US, surpassed 10,000 with over 40,000 wounded. Read more. Watch, Cop Road Rages, holds man at gunpoint while illegally searching him. The numbers are staggering, with reports from the United Nations and UNICEF indicating that more than 7 million civilians in Yemen are suffering from starvation, and 19 million out of the country's 27 million population are in need of some form of aid. At least 9.6 million children, or 80% of the children in the country, are in need of humanitarian assistance, and nearly 500,000 children suffer from severe acute malnutrition. The war on transparency is becoming more obvious as the MSM refuses to address the glaring inconsistencies in the official narrative of the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. It has been nearly 3 months since 58 people were killed and 546 injured in Las Vegas on October 1, in what has been dubbed the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Yet even with the incredibly high number of victims, the official narrative has been accepted by the mainstream media, and the shooting was quick to disappear from headlines. In addition to the fact that the alleged shooter, Stephen Paddock, is accused of carrying out the shooting from the window of a room on the 32nd floor of one of the most popular hotels in Las Vegas, and no surveillance footage has been released, there are also a number of legitimate questions. One of the most important reasons to question the official narrative of the shooting is based on the fact that it has changed multiple times. From the facts surrounding whether an officer discharged his weapon upon entering Paddock's room, to the presence of police and security guards when the shooting began, the official story has been riddled with inconsistencies. Read more. This is how child molesting cops are treated in a corrupt police state. 5. The war on civil liberties has continued to flourish, as Congress has shown a blatant disregard for the Fourth Amendment in 2017. The decisions made by the United States Congress this year should leave every American asking whether the government is aware of the presence of the Fourth Amendment, which is meant to protect Americans from unlawful searches and seizures without a warrant. President Trump signed House Joint Resolution 76 into law in August, which was passed by Congress with overwhelming support and very little attention from the media. However, included in the bill to create a Metrorail Safety Commission in Virginia, Maryland, and the District of Columbia, is a clause that gives the members of that commission the broad authority to conduct warrantless searches of the homes and properties adjacent to the Metrorail system. Congress is also preparing to vote on the USA Liberty Act, a bill that will reauthorize Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, which is set to expire on December 31. While the assumption may be that if the bill is not signed into law, then the provisions from Section 702 will no longer be legal and the government will stop collecting data from innocent Americans without warrants, intelligence officials have revealed that the government believes it can keep the program going for months, even if it is not reauthorized. Justin Amash. Heavy checkmark. At Justin Amash. The hashtag Liberty Act passed Committee 27-8. It allows the government to search our private data without a warrant in violation of the hashtag Fourth Amendment. It's another bill, like the hashtag Freedom Act, that furthers violations of our rights under the guise of protecting our rights. 3:15 p.m., November 8, 2017. 176 replies 1677 1677 retweets 1649 1649 likes.
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of your news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago. And so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too, because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me, and I'm sick of it. So I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.